Hi class, today we're going to talk about a book report we're going to do. This will be our first book report of the year. All of our book reports are going to look a little bit different, so I wanted to show you kind of how to do the first one and the format that we're going to be using to do the first one. Your instructions are that you're going to choose a book to read that's at your reading Lexile level. We've already figured that out this year, so you have that. So when you go to the library, you're going to check out a book that's within your Lexile level that you would like to do a book report on. When you're done reading it, you're going to create a summary using complete sentences on Book Creator. And I'm going to show you here in a little bit how to use Book Creator and how to create a book on that app for you. You need to be sure to include sequence words like first, next, then, finally, things like that. You need to include the character names in your story and describe them using those adjectives and describing words that we've talked so much about. And then you will also add pictures and illustrations to demonstrate you understand what happened in the story that you chose. Some other instructions for you is that you're going to post this, your book that you create on Book Creator under the correct heading in your Google Classroom. And then after we are done, I want you to read and comment on at least 2 of your classmates' stories. Things you can think about when you look through your classmates' stories is, have you read that book before? What are your thoughts on the story? Would you like to read that book if you've never read it before? Did you kind of interpret the book the same way that your classmates did if you have read the story? Things like that. One thing to remember as you're creating your books is that a summary is written in your own words. You do not copy sentences or pages from the book. You should take what you read in the book and put it into your very own words. So now we're going to head to Book Creator. On your app, you will sign in using your Google sign-in. And I already have a book in mind, but when you open yours, you aren't going to have a book in there yet. But so this part will be blank. But what you're going to do when you want to create your book is you are going to hit New Book. And it comes up with these options here. You can create a comic, especially if your book was a comic that you chose to do your book report on. But for normal books, you're just going to pick one of these. The easiest one I think to work with that looks the most like a book is the square. And here is my canvas here that I can get started with. So I'm going to kind of do a demonstration using the story The Three Little Pigs, since we all kind of know a little bit about the Three Little Pigs. If I hit this eye right up here, this is going to give me tons of different options. I'm going to move me over here. This can give me tons of different options of the background of my story. So maybe I just want some clouds for my background here. And then if you go to this plus sign over here, this is where you can import pictures. If you click on that, I'll show you how to do that in a minute. It will pop up Google for you, and it'll show you Google pictures that you can incorporate into your story. You can take pictures. You can write using a pen. This is how you could draw a picture. And then there's your text. So I'm going to hit text. And in this little box, I'm just going to add my text. I'm going to put my title. Remember, titles have all the important words in it capitalized. So that's what you need to capitalize it in this box here, The Three Little Pigs. And then I'm going to hit done. Now it comes up kind of small here, but if I click on that and select it, I can come over here to that information tab, and it brings up all this kind of stuff that I can do with the pictures, or with the words. So I'm going to make the words bigger. And I'm going to make this box a little bit bigger too so that it fits better in there. Now it's looking more like a title. This is alignment, so I can center it in that box. I can make it bold, italicized, underlined. I'm going to underline mine. I can change the color and the font. I might choose a different font for the Three Little Pigs. And then I think that's good for my title there. Now I might want to add a picture here. So I'm going to go again to this plus sign and hit import. Since I'm doing the Three Little Pigs, I'm going to search pigs, but I don't want real pigs because this is a fairy tale story. So I'm going to type in pig, but I'm going to add the word cartoon to it afterwards so that maybe I'll get a cartoon pig. So now I have all these cartoon pigs, and not real pigs to choose from. So I might add, let's just add this one here. I selected it, hit select down there. And there it is. It's going to pop up there. It's a little big, so if I click on it, I can resize it, make it a little bit smaller. Move it down here, and I want 3 little pigs, so I'm going to copy that and paste a new pig over here so that I can have 3 little pigs. There we go. Okay, so when you are satisfied with the cover of your story, you click this arrow over here. This will take you to the next page. So again, you start with a blank page. So you want to pick a theme or something to go with it. There's some things down here. So if you want it to kind of look like a book, you can choose a different style of paper. They have notebook paper. Whatever kind of style you want to do, you can just do a solid color like purple or something like that. And then just start writing your story. So I'm going to go in and show you kind of like what a page would look like. I'm going to add some text here. Okay, so notice I have a capital letter at the beginning of my sentence. I use correct punctuation. I have a period at the end. This does have spell check, so it will check your spelling. Just double check that you have the correct spelling and grammar in those sentences. I'm going to go ahead and hit done. I might put my words down here. I think I'm going to make them a little bit bigger too because they seem kind of small there. Maybe I want them centered again. Okay. So after I'm done with that, I need to pick a picture that I could use for that sentence. So my sentence says at the beginning of the story, the 3 little pigs' mom sent them out into the world. So maybe I'll go in here and I'll look up Earth. Again, I'm going to add the word cartoon because I don't want a real Earth. I want it to look like a fairy tale. So I have all these pictures. I'm going to add this one here. Move my face so I can select it. Okay. So again, big picture. Put it kind of in the center there. Okay. Maybe if you want to add a drawing and draw your own pictures, you can absolutely do that with your pen here. And you can pick what kind. It can be a paintbrush, how big you want it to be. There's also little pictures that you can add with that pen as well. There's an eraser up here. You can choose the color. So if you'd like to draw your own pictures, that is perfectly okay with me as well. When you are done, make sure you have a page that says the end so anyone that's watching can know that you are done with it. Be sure to, when you're done, go in and once you're done, it'll come up with when you hit the play button, you can hit the share button and you can hit publish online, and this will allow you to add it to your Google Classroom, and then you are able to comment on each other's storybooks. So I hope you enjoy this assignment. These books are really fun to make. Make sure they are accurate and that you are telling the story correctly, and have fun with it.